So I'm down with Drew, the founder, owner of Central Avenue Meats, and just wanted to kind of get your story.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you having me down. Obviously, it has to be said that you're the realtor that helped me find this space, and I appreciate it, man. I think you had a vision for it that has been a part of us getting settled in downtown, and yeah, I just got to give credit where credit's due. So thank you for being a part of us being down here and able to serve the downtown public.
Yeah, what got you into meat sculpting?
You know, I was down in Denver. I have a marketing degree, marketing background. I thought that's what I wanted to do with my life. I found out that I was not satisfied with what I was doing, which was building websites, things like that. It just didn't feel tactile enough for me. So I had some specific dietary changes, so to speak, and I got very interested in what I was eating, where that food was coming from, and that led me to Whole Foods in Denver. And once I was there, I was very interested in the meat specifically that I was eating, and kind of took off. I found it to be one of those things where as I learned things, I wanted to learn more about it. And from Denver, that took me to Brooklyn to actually learn the craft. And since I've worked in a five-star restaurant in Colorado Springs and a slaughterhouse in Vaughan, so really the entire process has interested me. I just want to know how to take the animals from their natural state into the ready-to-eat product, and how to do it ethically and efficiently.
Yeah, so talk about the animals a little bit. We actually made a video, which I'll probably link somewhere down below or somewhere, with the McCafferty's, but that's where you're getting the beef from.
Yep.
And then pork, kind of talking a little about like sourcing the product and...
Yeah, no, we are extremely blessed here in Great Falls to have the McCafferty's ranching outside of Great Falls. This is meat that would stand up to the test of any larger market. So this meat in Denver or New York City would be the same. It would be sold in the highest end butcher shops, and it would be twice as much. So really in Great Falls as a community, we're lucky to have them close. The McCafferty's they're taking such good care of the animals. They are so involved in the care of the animals. It's one of the most ethical operations I've ever seen. And the animals are being fed in a way that they're just the most nutritious way, and that is being passed on to the customer once you eat the product too. Same thing with the pork. Nick in Loma, right outside of Fort Bend, he is feeding them organically. The pigs are well taken care of. They're heritage breeds. Compared to some of the other producers that we know of, they're just a lot more naturally taken care of. And you can taste the difference in the meat, and then from a nutritional aspect, it does make a difference. We think that this is meat that is making you healthier and not just tastes better. That quality has really shown through the custom sausage flavors that we've been making. Stanley and Mitchell, my guys here, they are putting together sausage flavors that would, once again, stand the test in the bigger markets. So we think that there is enough reason to come down here, both product quality, service, customization, that we hope and we think that is worth the hassle of coming downtown. As well as the fact that there's so many good businesses down here that it's turning into a pretty vibrant area to shop and have a drink and have a meal. So we're just excited to be a part of this downtown community, and we've been welcomed them with open arms.
So talk a little about, because I know dry aging is important. So you dry age every beef before you sell it 21 days. So maybe talk a little about like why you do that and why you're passionate about not selling the product until that happens.
Yeah, we just think it makes it a better product. It differentiates us for sure, and we're able to offer some longer customization. We've had some people that have taken things 100 days, and while that's not maybe practical for everyday consumption, it does make it makes the beef quality just like a fine wine or aged cheese or maybe aged scotch. The more patient you are in the way that you let the beef age, the more that accentuates the flavor and the texture too. So this aging used to be an older school butcher's technique, something that we hear about that was done a lot, maybe 30s, 40s, 50s. And then when things got a little bit more mechanized in the grocery industry, a lot of places have gotten away from it. And we think that's to the detriment of the product. So we're okay moving a little slower. And yeah, it does affect our supply at some points, but we think that when anyone buys beef from us, they're getting the top end of what that product can be. And so we think it's worth the wait. I guess that would be the short answer to the question. We think it's the best version of the product that we have.
So obviously, people can come down here and grab something over the counter. They can order something ahead. But we're out in the community. Will they also see Central Avenue Meats products?
Our products are available. So other than our retail counter, what we have available, you'll find Roadhouse Diner exclusively using our burger. Right now, you can also get a bavette steak sandwich on the menu at Fifth and Wine, which is an awesome cut. If people haven't tried that, that's actually probably my favorite steak that we cut, and it's a very little known steak, and Fifth and Wine knocks it out of the park with that. We also do the Philly cheesesteaks over at Harvest Craft Kitchen. We provide the meat for the Philly cheesesteaks over at Harvest Craft Kitchen. And a lot of times too, N-Bar and The Block, they've been great to us. They'll do short rib dinners monthly. And everybody that we've worked with represents our product so well. We also work with the Wake Up in Fort Benton, which if you guys have never taken the drive to Fort Benton, it's beautiful. There's a smokehouse down there called the Public House. He does a great job with our andouille sausage. So we're just happy to be aligned with other quality establishments in the area, and we're very flattered that they would do business with us. Yeah, we are. I think we're really setting up the bones of potentially starting an apprenticeship program, possibly growing that into some kind of a school, but at least starting out as an apprenticeship program. And basically that's based out of a need for more meat cutters. Almost all the grocery stores right now are hiring for meat cutters, and the slaughterhouses are looking for meat cutters, and at times we're looking for meat cutters too, and there just isn't a huge labor pool for that. A lot of the people that are in those industries are older and getting ready to retire. So it's my passion. I went through a 12-week butcher shop, a craft butchering course in Brooklyn, and I want to bring a lot of aspects to that here. Between myself, all the experience that my shop manager Stanley has in the meat industry, I want that passed on. I don't want that stuff to end with us. So we're excited. We're pursuing different grants and avenues for that to become a reality. And we're really hopeful that the community will support that, and also that we will see some people taking advantage of what we have to teach and what we have to offer, and with the hopes that a lot of those people go on to not only have the skill, but potentially fill some of those gaps in the labor pool. And even if people only use it to cut up deer or whatever, they'll have an extensive knowledge of food preparation, food production, and that can only benefit our community.